welcome to another Funcraft tutorial, and today we are covering AE2, which is Applied Engineers. It's this. It looks like there's very little items in here, but it's actually really powerful. AE2 is basically allows you to store stuff digitally and auto crafting and other things, but auto crafting is what I want to focus on today. So I have a really simple system set up here. Just a controller, a few drives with storage in them, just item storage, power cell, then a terminal with some other features I'll cover. So if you want to autocraft, there's one big thing you're going to have to do. Well, actually there's a few big things and then there's a few minor things. So you're going to have to get a pattern terminal, which is just a engineering processor and a crafting terminal, and then you're going to have to get some blank patterns, which are you're going to have to get some blank patterns, which are just pretty simple. They're just this quartz glass, glowstone, pure, Certus quartz, or charge, or pure, and then iron. So you're going to put that in here, and now, for the really cool, amazing part, digital stuff, you're going to put those in there. So you're just going to use one in this case, and then you're going to either, so there's also some options. You'll see here, processing and crafting and processing. Processing is if you're not using it if you're using a crusher, or if you're using some other just smelting something. But crafting, is just normal crafting. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit this. It's going to encode the pattern that 1 oak wood equals 4 oak planks for the crafting. Now if you take this, you see it if you hold shift, it looks like a piece of wood, but it's actually just an encoded pattern. So first thing first is to make the actual auto crafting stuff. So you're going to take one ME interface and up to 6 molecular assemblers. Now I'm going to arrange this in just a very simple pattern. Just you can just do this, and this. Now since I don't have a special type of terminal that's called I believe it's called a pattern terminal, then I can't insert, so I'm going to put that in there into the patterns. If you have a pattern terminal, you can do this not directly. And then I'm going to hook this up to my system. As you can see, these start glowing, and then, well, it's hooked up. So molecular assemblers, they just assemble stuff. You can add some acceleration cards because by default they're really slow. I'm not going to, I'm just showing you the basics. And then next you're going to want to go over here, and done with that stuff. Next we're going to make the crafting unit, which how this works is it takes a certain amount of bytes. Right here you can see 27 bytes used because it's a really simple craft, and then it takes a certain amount of bytes to make a craft. So there's lots of different things. There's lots of different things that go in a crafting processor. So we have a monitor. We have 64, 16, 4, and 1 crafting storage, which, as you saw the bytes over there, that's what it equals, is the storage equals the bytes used. Your crafting co-processing units, which by default the crafting thing can only use one of these. For every one of these you add, you can use another thing. Then we just have crafting units, which are just basics, because the way it works, it has to be direct rectangle. But if you can't make a rectangle, like you don't have enough things to make it into a rectangle, then you can use these as just blank things. So I'm going to build what is a 3x3 square with every block in it to demonstrate what it does. So I'm going to have co-processing units here, and you'll see when I hit this block, it's not considered a rectangle, because actually, oh yeah, it has to have at least one crafting storage in it for it to be valid. That's also something else. So then I'm going to have crafting monitor, which you can click on it and it also displays what it's doing, other data about it. I'm going to have a 64, a 16, a 4, and a 1, some more crafting units. And if you want to build this is exactly excuse me, exactly how many items you need. I counted it out. Although it would be better just to have, you rarely will need 64K. That's really just there because that's how much they have of other stuff. Now you can see, since it has the processing, it is now considered a rectangle. Last, I'm just going to add, going to have to hold control there to do those first ones because you'll be clicking on an access point. And then last, I'm just going to add some crafting units. And as soon as I add this final one, you'll see, if I click on here, you can see a crafting status. Now, finished with all this stuff. So now the last thing to do is just to order some crafting stuff. So you're just going to click on this, and if you already have some here, you can click on, I believe, C. Okay, there's also a hotkey. I don't know what the hotkey is. I'm going to press 10 of these. So if I say next, you'll see 40 bytes. You can choose either automatic or CPU 0. You can name them. It's an item. I don't know the name of it. I didn't bother. Won't bother really. It's just automatic. And then we're going to start. So you can see that was actually pretty fast because it just used co-processing. But if I let's see, I order, I'm going to order going to need more wood because it can autocraft to autocraft, but the thing with that is if it doesn't know how to autocraft, it can't do it. So you do have to teach it all the processing patterns if you're trying to craft something that's like really complicated. Okay, let's craft 1000. So start, should see, yep, you can see it's not, I mean, you can make it a lot faster, and then here you can see it going through. You can see it's crafting and what's scheduled, and you can see you have stored, how much is left in storage, and you can see these are crafting, automatically craft, and then they automatically go back into there, and now we should have 1000 planks. So that is it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comment. Have a good